Everybody, Invisiblekatana here, doing a reaction and review for, actually I'm doing a reaction and review for a cover of the Ariana Grande song Into You, and it's done by a group known as Accent, and it's actually a group of, I believe, yeah, it's 6 guys from 5 different countries, and this was requested of me to do a reaction, so that is why I'm checking it out. This is the first time I've ever had to watch something before doing a reaction, because unless it's Korean, I tend not to listen to pop music. I don't know, that's my thing. If it's not Korean or Japanese, I tend not to really like it too often. So I'd never heard the Ariana Grande song, even though it came out months ago. So I actually had to listen to that before I get into this video, just so I have some sort of context, like, okay, this is what the song exactly sounds like, and this is how they may have changed it up with their voices and stuff like that. So I was like, I actually have to watch the actual song first, because I think I've heard it before, but I don't really listen to it, so I was like, I gotta find this song first. So listen to the song. Not for me personally, because like I said, I pretty much know what I'm gonna like and what I don't like. Every once in a while, there's a pop song in there that I think is catchy and that I'll listen to, but for the most part, it's like, yep, never heard that, don't remember hearing it, may have heard it once in passing, but that's about it. If it was on a TV show that I watch a million of them, so that's pretty much where I hear most of my pop songs, is probably from my TV shows, where they play the most popular stuff. But had to do that before I actually got into this, and so we're going to get into this cover. Like I said, if you guys want to check out this actual channel, I will put a link in the description to that channel if you're interested to see what other covers they actually have. But we're going to get right into it and see what it's all about.
I'm so into you, I can barely breathe.
Hey man, I like this better already, if we're being honest. It's got a different, style to it. It's almost jazzy, a little bit. Yeah, I like the beat to this. It's very different. I like this cover. Makes me like the song more, actually. And this part, I think, this part sounds closest to the actual song, but the slower parts sound very different, to me at least. But I still like it. That always makes me laugh when I see people do that. Even when it's serious, that makes me laugh. It's like, ooh, I don't know why. This is why I like acapella stuff too. It's the different voices at one time. It's always entertaining to me. I like that because it sounds so different. That's why I like acapella so much, because it's a very different style than the actual song. It makes me appreciate the beat more too. I wasn't like, it makes me really appreciate the beat a lot more for the song than when I listen to the actual video, when I watch the actual music video. So that's interesting. I've never done this type of thing before where I like listen to a song and then I listen to the acapella and like compare them. And what I think normally is just like, I like that song, let me see what the acapella sounds like. So it was interesting, like actually analyzing it like I do like my TV shows and movies. But I enjoyed that. I thought it was really good. And like I said, I don't normally listen to pop music for the most part. And listening to the song, when I listened to the regular version by Ariana Grande, I was like, okay, it's kind of catchy. There were parts where I was like, yeah, I think it's a bit catchy and stuff. But like I said, with the acapella, I really noticed how much I like the beat to the song. Because I thought it was a bit catchy, but it was pop. It was a pop beat. Like, if I'm being totally honest, it's something that it's very familiar. It's the same sort of sounds that they use very often. And we hear it all the time, even in the music that I listen to, like Korean music and Japanese music. It's across the board. Pop music has like the same. I feel like it's like 5 sound effects, and then it's the people that make it different for each song. But I appreciated the beat of the song a lot more because of the acapella, because I heard you can distinguish more of the separation because it's actual voices compared to just the instrument is set up like they push this and then they push that and then they loop it. So I appreciated the beat a lot more for that. And the beginning of it for sure had a jazzier feel to it to me, and I actually love jazz. So maybe that's a big part of it. But I really like the opening. That was probably my favorite part, was actually the opening, because it felt like a very different song. It was like when people do cover acapellas and they make them sound very different. That's what they did with this, I feel. Or they didn't make it feel like, they didn't change like the entire thing, but it was kind of in there for sure. You could tell it was a bit jazzier than the actual pop version. And then of course there are other people who do covers, and they literally change the style. Like there's one channel, I don't know the name of them, but they basically change like all sorts of songs into like 20 style swing music, and that's very interesting. I don't really watch that channel, but I've seen a couple of their videos and I just like that sort of idea. And I feel they kind of went that route a little bit with this song, and I think it definitely worked because it wasn't like all the way jazzy. It was like just a little bit jazzy, and then when it gets to the chorus, it goes more towards the actual direction of the song, but it still has kind of their tone to it. So I actually really like that. That was actually fun. It kind of makes me want to listen to that again more than the actual version of the song, if I'm being totally honest. But we'd love to know what you guys thought about the acapella, if you're familiar with the song. I wasn't thinking about this, but maybe you guys should have gone to see the actual version if you weren't familiar with the song before checking this out. But I like this. I actually, it makes me I like their version honestly better than the original version. But I'm gonna check them out. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description to that actual YouTube channel. Somehow they only have like I think it was only like 10,000 subs or something crazy like that. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. They're doing music. Music channels always have like an insane amount of numbers. But I only went straight to that video, so I didn't look at like how often they post or anything like that. So I don't really know if that has anything to do with it. But I like the way they sound, so I'm definitely gonna check them out more personally speaking. But if you guys are interested, like I said, I will definitely put a link in the description for their channel, specifically this video, if you guys want to happen to hear it again. So it'll directly be the video that I just watched. But we'd love to know what you guys thought about their cover. Anything that you guys think I should react to, whether it's acapella covers or music videos, any sort of video at all, just let me know. Just put it in the comment section. Like I said, we'd love to know what you guys thought about their cover as well. I really enjoyed it. It made me I like their version more than the actual version, which is something that really does happen a lot with acapellas. And I think it is the separation of sound where it's very mechanical. It's tech-based, and you have this beat going, and it's this beat, and you recognize the beat. And it's like, yeah, that beat's okay. And then it's separated into 4 different people doing it, and you hear the variations because it's not perfect, and something about that sometimes makes things sound better, actually. So I think that's why I have a greater appreciation for their version compared to the actual song. But that's just me personally. Like I said, we'd love to know what you guys thought about it. So please comment below. Let me know, your favorite parts about that cover, your least favorite parts about it. If there's something that you wish they switched up a little bit, or something you think was changed for the better. We'd love to know what you guys think about it. Like I said, link in the description to that video. If you guys have any suggestions for other things that I should react to, please put it down in the comment section below. And of course, thanks for watching.